My mother called it also a mourning, and I thought that was the best thing I've ever heard in all of the coming out stories I've heard. Is so many people say like, "Oh, I'm coming out," and everybody just has to accept it. And I'm so glad you're letting your family have space and not just being like, you have to accept it. Cause I think a lot of people in the community expect that. Like even the 90-year-olds and 80-year-olds that like just don't get it. Like my grandmother, it took her 14 years to accept it. And I think that's totally fine. Like my mom said, she said, it's just like, I mourned the death of a dream. When you were born, I had a dream. I had this whole idea of what you were going to be. And just because one thing died, it didn't mean something else wasn't born. So I think that's what's exciting about part two of this is we're talking about kind of like what you're starting to experience with the birth of new things, but your family's also still struggling kind of with the death. And so are you. And I think that's something that people need to realize. It's a natural process of this.
But in the end, I think truthfulness, being true to yourself and being true to the ones you love, it's just, I always said to myself, am I gonna, on my deathbed, am I gonna keep this secret?